Momentum really comes from people.
The leadership is not being on top. The leadership is being on the bottom. Provide tools, knowledge, empowering them to make decisions.
Encouraging them to truly think outside the box.
Innovation and progress really, I believe, comes from thinking outside the box.
Investors that have been involved with 10 unicorn companies that started as ideas that seemed preposterous, but then became world-changing ideas.
Continuing to reinvent yourself is incredibly important.
Because you feel it inside of you, the movement.
The ability to move forward and incrementally improve yourself daily.
You have to believe in yourself in order to take this thing to the next level.
I know with a fact I'm doing exactly what I'm meant to do. So ever since I was a little girl, I have been very into what I wear. I think that was instilled in me at a very young age, that this is what I wanted to do and it's what I was born to do.
We've made money in a number of different sectors and been able to help entrepreneurs build some massive companies, 10 unicorns through the history of my career.
You have to believe in yourself in order to take this thing to the next level.
Kind of proved to myself like, oh, I can do this. I definitely love the behind the scenes. I wasn't able to watch the show because I'm backstage, but just hearing the reaction of the crowd, it was just a really high moment for me.
Hearing the feedback from other people about how beautiful it is or how well made it is, those are the things that pay off.
I was invited by the World Taekwondo Federation to head up their efforts to educate instructors here in the United States. And this was after I had achieved my 9th Dan black belt, and I was the only person in the world to have both a 9th Dan black belt and an Olympic gold medal.
We are a team of individuals that wants to change the way things are done. I am turning 60 in August, so I want to share that knowledge and the culture and the passion.
I don't feel like we're an ordinary venture capital firm that is investing purely to make returns. We're investing in technology that can change humanity for the better.
Innovation and progress really, I believe, comes from thinking outside the box.
And really think about things that other investors might be afraid to think about.
Because if we want to deliver a different experience, we have to think differently and do business differently.
I didn't work this hard and have this much vision and drive to not be successful and to not get to my end goal.
I just had this belief that something was about to change and that we had the ability to build a company.
I get very down on myself when I don't do something really well. And because I had never sewn anything in my life before this, it was awful. Every time I try to do something new with sewing, the first one just comes off terribly.
When I tried to go to all these trade shows in Las Vegas and I visited these booths, talked to every vendor, and I said, do you sell petite clothing? And the answer was always no. I just came to the realization that I was not going to find that product there out in the market. And it actually helped me realize that we had to create our own products and be makers.
Embroidery machine, our logo. I want to give people the best thing possible all the time. The LPC trademark.
I need to keep going, I need to keep pushing, and even when you're the most discouraged and have no motivation to, digging deep within and being like, why did I start this in the first place?
I'm a martial artist, I'm an accomplished Olympic person, and I use those same skills which were developing yourself, preparing for the future.
So if you looked at our revenue or something from 2012, it was really just flat. It was it was a little bit of growth, a little bit of growth. We knew there was something so much bigger there, and if we just hung on long enough to realize that potential, we could make it happen.
In September, I actually got into a really horrible bike riding accident and I ended up breaking my back. I fractured my T5, T6, and I did not know what was going to happen with my life moving forward. In that moment, I decided that no matter what, even if like the outcome was really bad, like I was gonna make the most of my life and I was gonna make the most of whatever opportunities.
I have to continually remind myself, if I keep grinding and I keep practicing this thing and I keep working at it, that it's gonna be better.
All done. There will be a better day, that what we're doing is so meaningful that we need to overcome this fatigue and burnout.
Failure is normal. It's fail often, fail fast, pick yourself back up, and then move on.
I think being able to have adaptability, creativity, inventiveness, and the ability to change based on how the world is changing and the market is changing is critical for an entrepreneur.
I started out as someone who filmed martial arts and filmed high-level Olympic stuff, and then I moved into yoga. I moved into teaching others how to teach. And then I realized that by being able to adapt to the challenges in front of me, I could change my outlook and expand my horizons and the scope of my business.
Having that solid community, those people are your rocks, and it's important that if they know your vision and why you're doing what you do and they believe in that, then why would you care about the opinions of everyone else around you?
Why? To every no that you get, why is it a no? And let me understand this more, and turning it into a yes.
I think it's really important that as an entrepreneur, not only is the vision of what you're building really important and beneficial for the world, but that you have the capability to push through, that you have the capability to help your team win.
We don't look for people who just looks for a job. We want somebody who wants to make a difference.
We don't want to hire smart people and tell them what to do. We want to hire
Because we wanted to get an insight of how good they are and let them be able to contribute.
Empower your staff to succeed, but also to fail and use it as learning moments.
You've created so much momentum that you're actually ahead of the crowd. You're ahead of where the investors are, and you might actually be alone in your view of where an industry is going, and that is where I want to be.
And so for me, what I'm learning in this season right now as I'm just beginning is it's okay not to say yes to every single opportunity, and it's okay not to take every single pop-up or fashion show opportunity, to prioritize building the foundation of something so much bigger that right now is the important thing.
Always remind yourself that this is just the beginning of it.
I think of momentum as this personal aura of energy and positivity that you bring to propel things forward.
So it's not about the size of the movement forward, but it's the never-ending process of continuing to think about moving forward and moving forward.
There's no limit to how far we can go.
I'm Andrew Chung. I'm founder and managing partner of 1955 Capital.
I am Herb Perez. I am the CEO of Better Thinking.
My name's Lydia Biskins-Ross, and I'm the founder of the sustainable fashion brand Purple.
My name's Carl Theobald. I am co-owner, designer, and maker of LPC.
My name is Rick Gutierrez. I am the co-founder of Zen Accountants.
My name is Eric Rouge. I'm the CEO of State Technologies.
I'm Isabella Sun, founder and CEO of Short Story.